Peace, fam. This is Professor Griff, Public Enemy. Of course, you know, the Minister of Information. Right now, my entire sound library on CD-ROM are available to you in an auction. Right now, you will get the Public Enemy sound that made some of them songs that you love, the hard-hitting beats. We got kicks, we got snares, we got hi-hats, we got beats, we got loops, we got breaks, we got keyboard sounds, guitar sounds, bass sounds. We got scratching, we got sound effects, we got nature sounds, environmental sounds. We got all kind of sounds from different genres, from jazz to neo-soul to R&B, classic, smooth. These are the beats, breaks, and the sounds that made some of them Public Enemy songs. Get it now. Check this out. Don't make beats, make history. Peace. It's Professor Griff. Hit me up, 678-557-2919. Peace. Rockin' with it. We're rockin' with it. We're rockin' with it. We're rockin' with it. All right, greetings, peace. Now, this is ugly. Now, you know. All right, greetings, fam. This is Professor Griff. And of course, now, y'all, you see, this bright stuff. Hold on for a second, fam. I can't even do this like this. Da-da-da-da. Let's put on some music. Let's get a vibe happening here. Let's get a vibe. All right, peace. Professor Griffin, of course, you'll already know this is on the masses. Woo, yeah. Rough start to this this noon session here. Let me turn these lights down. This is killing me. Got me looking like I'm one of the Barge family, man. Yeah, the Silvers or something, man. Anyway, shout out to Elder Barge. Yeah, we'll talk about that later on. Anyway, this is Professor Griffin, of course. This is On the Masses. Shout out to my good brother Kalanji Chabachenga from the Black Power Media Reloaded. Shout out to my Serious Minds family that's in the building. All right, so before we bring on our guests, we're going to be talking about, matter of fact, this is an urgent message today. It's an urgent kind of vibration frequency that we're sending out to our people so our people can respond accordingly. So I got two guests coming on. My good brother, Minister Server, all right, from the Temple of Hip Hop, and of course, Paradise Gray, from the group that y'all should know, y'all better know. If y'all don't, I'm going to have to come see y'all intellectually. X-Clan. All right, so we're gonna bring them on in a few minutes. All right, after some very needed commercials. This is one of them. January 5th, we're doing a preparedness class in a Zoom meeting only. All right, we're doing a preparedness class. You need to get your. Oh damn! Y'all need to get in. You'll need to get in the preparedness class. All right. January 5th. Listen out. Look out for the flyer. All right. You'll need to get in this class so y'all can know what's coming down the pipe, what you need to be prepared for, including the situation with these drones. Then on top of that, hold on for a second. I'm trying to pull my IG up at the same time. All right. So the preparedness class, and of course, this Sunday, 7 o'clock. All right. This Sunday at 7 o'clock, we're going to be talking about. Oh, hold on. Got you. Send it. You guys. Hold on. Make sure my guests are in place. This Sunday, December 22nd at 7 o'clock, we're going to be talking about the algorithmic mind fuck. Okay? We got to unravel that. There's a lots of information. All right? The first information package is going out tonight. Second one is going out on Friday. All right, so you could be prepared for the class on Sunday. Get in the class now. There's still seats left. Get in the class now. It's truly not expensive. Everybody on IG, make sure y'all send it to everyone else for them to get in the class now. Mark the date for January 5th for the preparedness class. But this Sunday, we're going to be diving into this whole idea of unraveling the algorithm. The whole idea of programming you from birth, from childhood to now. Some things that we just have to undo. All right, so make sure y'all are prepared for that. All right, this Sunday, 7 o'clock. If you want any information, just text me. Hit me on the chat, 678-557-2919. 678-557-2919, or just email me at seriousmindinfo@gmail.com. Anyone that has ordered a book or the elixirs, that's going out tomorrow. So if you want to follow up on your order, y'all know to hit me up on my cell phone and I will respond. All right. I'm waiting to see my guest before I start this program. We're going to be talking about our good brother Jamil Al-Amin. All right, and we're going to see what's going on with him. All right, hold on for a second, fam. We're going to skip through a lot of this. Bring it on up to date right now as we speak. Hold on for a second. That's right, H-Rap Brown. That's how you get down. Right. We've often mentioned H-Rap Brown in some of our songs, meaning Public Enemy, and of course, myself, my talks, my lectures, collaging, and mention him on his channel, on his page. All right. Hold on one second, fam. I'm trying to pull up the flyer for banner. Nope, don't put the banner up under there. And we're going to pull up the flyer for this. There we go. How they're programming you since childhood. Algorithm mindfuck. This Sunday, December 22nd, 7 o'clock. You can pay by PayPal and or hit Professor Griff up if you got another way you want to pay. When you want to take the class and you don't have PayPal, hit me up. I'll give you another way that you can pay. All right. I'm going to post this up on Facebook and Instagram, and of course, it's going to be on my website, www.professorgriff.me. All right. All right. So the first round of information, I'm going to repeat this. The first round of information is going out tonight to everyone that's already signed up for the class. All right. It's a Zoom meeting. It's not going to be online. This is private. All right. You have to sign up in order to get the information. All right. If you want the information after the Zoom meeting, it's going to cost you more, of course. All right. In the Zoom meeting, you're going to be allowed to ask questions so we can get the information correct. All right. There are information packets that are going out before, during, and after. All right. So you don't feel like you're walking away with absolutely nothing. All right. We want to make that clear. All right. Where to sign up? Real.1G. Hit me on the jack. I'll send you the information right now. 678-557-2919. All right. I'm going to put my phone number in there. 678-557-2919. I put my phone number in so you can hit me up. All right. We got to start this thing. It's already, we're already 10 minutes in, fam, and we didn't get a chance to talk about what we're supposed to talk about today. Dr. Reverend Philip Matthews. We talking about the heavy set dude with the beard, Philip Matthews. Is that the same Philip Matthews? Sandra Yancey Smith. Is that the same Philip Matthews? Because if it is, I tried reaching out to him. I got no response. And I'm going to let y'all know this is the normal response Professor Griff gets. When I reach out to people or my name come up on their platform with my number, I never get a call back. So if we talk about the same Philip Matthews, I already sent my phone number to the brother. I just never got a response back. So Sandra Yancey Smith, take my phone number down. 678-557-2919. Send them my phone number. Tell them I'd like to build. I'd like to talk. Let's talk. But they don't respond to me. All right? That's just real. They don't respond to me. Shout out to my man, Crank Lucas. All right? Shout out to everyone else that do respond. All right? I think it's a beautiful thing that when people do respond, we can dialogue and we can build. All right? I don't know what happened to my dude I was building the app with. I guess he went ghost. All right, so I got to go another route. All right, so yeah. All right, I don't think my guests are coming on. I'm not sure. All right. Hold on for a second. Let me just check in with the guests. If not, we're going to have to pivot. All right. We're going to have to pivot the conversation either to something else or we just got to build on it on our own. All right? Hold on. Let me prepare to do that right now. Since my guests are ghosts, and I keep telling Kalanji and other people this is what happens to me. All right? Hold on. AKA H-Rap Brown. Let's start that over. Rare moment. Hear from Imam Jamil Al-Amin, civil and human rights leader, formerly known as H-Rap Brown. All right? February 18th.
I actually have my father on the phone. I'm going to put him on speaker and see if we can't hear him give salams at least.
Yes.
Abby? Hold on. Can y'all hear this?
Wa alaikum assalam.
Let me turn my music down.
Alhamdulillah.
Shukran for everything that you do. Your love rewards. Just that's what I hope you anything you need me to do.
They can barely hear you. He says, is there anything you need him to do?
Imam, we just ask that you stay strong and that you hold on. And, you know, you have instilled in us so much hope in everything that you have taught through your writings, through your teachings. And we want you to remember that you are not forgotten and that we are here on the outside trying to do everything we can and trying to recruit whoever we can to help you.
I appreciate everything that y'all doing. But you know, the prophet used to say, peace, blessing, good morning. He said, struggle is my manner, devotion is my art.
Struggle is my manner, devotion is my art. My pleasure is my prayer.
Follow this road. It's constant struggle. So whatever y'all doing, Allah helps you. And I appreciate everything that you're doing.
Jamil Al-Amin is counting on us to bring the message forward. All right. So up first, I got my good brother, Minister Server, keepers of the culture. One part of keepers of the culture. Your brother, Professor Griff, is another part of keepers of the culture, because we plan to keep the culture. We plan on keeping it. All right, passing it back and passing it forward if we have to. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to step up to the plate and prove yourself at least. I don't know. Should I say worthy?
That's a great word.
You have to prove yourself worthy of carrying the baton forward as we pass it back. We will take our rightful place as elders in this thing. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to, and no one's saying come kiss the ring, sit at the feet of, all that kind of nonsense that y'all get twisted. You understand what I'm saying? But we have to see you. And when I say see you, I mean see you. You understand what I'm saying? We got to see you. We got to see you outside. We got to see you. All right. So up right now, my good brother, Minister Server, is on deck, and he's going to lay out some things for us as we wait for our other guest, Paradise Gray, to join us. But talk to me, good brother. How you feel today?
Peace and love, good brother. I'm well, man. How are you?
I'm all right. Maintaining all wise civilized intelligence, understanding, as we used to say in those ciphers. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing that we here to be the voice and to be present for our elder. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't want to have this conversation later on when he becomes an ancestor. We can do something now as we speak. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A lot of people are after the fact kind of people. No, we want to be present right now and speak for him right now.
True indeed. And with that being said, big up here Reloaded that has always stayed on the cutting edge of dealing with the things that are pertinent to our people. It's really important that we take care of ourselves. We can't rely on anyone to do anything for us that we're not doing for ourselves. Right. So, all of us have it within us to be keepers of the culture, but it has to be something that you willingly want to do. That is, when I talked about, it's about being a part of your divine assignment. Some of us know why we're here. We know what we're here to do. And it's not the sexy, popular side. It's the keeper of the culture. Right. And when we talk about our brother, Imam Jamil Al-Amin, also formerly known as H. Rap Brown, I'm just, to be completely honest, Griff, I'm just kind of pissed at us. And when I say us, I mean that what I like to call that first generation hip hop, generally speaking, that's 1960 to 1980 born generation. We're talking about that all the time because we know there's nothing new about the elements, but it was given to us, because we were the first generation that were able to take advantage of the things that the ancestors worked for. It's just sad that we're not even, the brother has been unjustly imprisoned, for over 20 some odd years. Those of us that are in Atlanta, Georgia, we know he was railroaded. We know all the case before he even went to trial. There's no way it was even close to reasonable doubt. But we also know that when you are an enemy of the state, then they're going to do everything that they can to neutralize you, whether that's physically taking you out, imprisoning you, because what they hope is that we, the people that are on the outside, forget all about you. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Forget all about you. That's their main goal. And unfortunately, that's happened with a lot of the so-called elected officials, because I haven't heard any elected official speak about this case. I haven't heard anyone talk about this. This brother is 81 years old, dealing with health conditions, and only Killer Mike and Most Def, Yasin Bey, are the only ones that I've heard publicly say something, which I reached out to you and Kalani, like, yo, man, we got to set an alarm, bro. And as I told you, Griff, you have been consistently the Minister of Information for damn near 40 years. Now, the information that you provide to us people, we appreciate that. We look for that. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain one, again, they know their divine assignment. So when we're speaking about our brother, Imam Jamil, there's no way there shouldn't be more. First, you have people all hyped about, the so-called allegations with Jay-Z and P. Diddy, and, you got a bunch of podcasts and blah, all that going on. That's right. And yet we can't even get people to post something about our brothers. We need to talk about that. We need to arm the masses for real.
Right, exactly. And with that said, I think
the people that we look to help arm the masses are the people that have no interest in the masses. It seemed like it's a selfish kind of, let me go get mine. Everybody else got to go get theirs. And if they do a little for the masses, if that doesn't come along with a certain degree of praise, then they're not interested.
Yeah.
And we need to kind of duly note that what they did was back then, and we don't hear from them in the present.
Right.
And then if we go and we look, pull one layer back, and we see who they're aligning themselves with, we can see why we don't hear from them.
Which is why speaking that truth is not ever going to get you on the glamorous popular side, because that's the side of our open enemy. And again, even the work that we do with them, and you've been in the industry, so you know way better than I know. When you deal with these folks, you can learn how to be in it, but not of it. Once you become of it, you are done. You're beyond any real conversation, because you try to rationalize all of the fuckery that you know is going on.
Right. So in preparing for this particular subject today, I got hit in the back of the head this morning after I talked to you, and people started sending me pictures of Flavor at the White House with Hunter Biden and Sloppy Joe. And I'm like, this is why.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And see,
we seek their approval. And if we constantly seeking their approval, we won't think of the masses of our people that we still need to kind of feed them. You understand what I'm saying? And give them the information. Yeah. These people are not interested in arming the masses. It's going to take us and the people that's listening to this broadcast right now to take it upon our shoulders to arm the masses. This might not be a glamorous thing. You might not get an award or rewarded, or you might not get invited to the whatever award shows. You might not be able to walk down the red carpet, which is a ritual anyhow damn way. You might not get invited to the White House. You might not get a chance to rub elbows with your favorite rapper. But I don't care about that.
And for me, and this is what I tell people. And Griff, we've known each other for 20 some odd years now. I've been consistent from the door about my mission and my divine assignment. You know what I'm saying? I got my mission early on, that what the Creator has given us. I don't just call myself minister server. I approach things from the spiritual, the mental, the cultural aspects. You know what I'm saying? Didn't deal with the earth. The earth is last. We all know that's the last realm of existence.
Right.
And yet, if we don't hold accountable ourselves and those that profess to be leaders in this culture, then we're setting up not only our children but our grandchildren, because most of our children kind of got the vapors of it just by the winds of being around us. But our grandchildren, if you ask a lot of people right now, have they even heard of H. Rap Brown? They've never even heard that name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So again, if we, back to that 1960 to 1980, generally speaking, if we are not equipping our young people with what they need to know for the struggles of our ancestors, the work that they went through, the elders that are still here, you know what I'm saying? Baba Bilal is what all the work that he's doing, still, raising the flag for Imam Jamil.
Right.
But Baba Bilal is an elder that's been doing the work. When are we going to step up? More of us anyway, because there's some of us that are there for sure. But we need more of us to step up. And I don't think that it's unreasonable that for those of us that claim to represent hip-hop culture, that we're speaking of cultural things. The corporations don't care about that, and why should they care about that? That's what to talk about. So again, what I invite everyone to do, when a minister service suggestions, I like to tell people what to do, but I got some suggestions and some strategies. And one of the suggestions is Google H. Rap Brown. Do a little research on the impact that he had on our actual history. We're not talking about ancient history. So when you're talking about the civil rights movement, if you watch the movies and things that they show out of Hollywood, they leave a lot of figures out. Like, you never hear them talking about H. Rap Brown. You never hear them talking about hardly ever hear them talking about Stokely Carmichael. They did a whole movie on Selma and didn't have Stokely Carmichael in the whole movie.
Wow.
How the fuck is that even possible?
Wow.
But see, again, Our enemy are wickedly wise. They understand what they're doing. They understand that we're in this time of technology. So if you put it a certain kind of way and make it look a certain kind of way, you can recreate everything. So it's for those of us that actually have been blessed to experience life, beyond 40 years of age, because during the ancient times you weren't considered a full functioning person if you hit 40. That's why the number 40, and you look at the ancient text and the biblical text, the number 40 is prevalent. Metaphysically, 40 represents total spiritual transformation.
Right.
So by the time you hit 40, you should be ready to put away childish things. You know what I'm saying? And do the things that are going to not only be good for you and your own liberty while you're still here, but you are creating a legacy, whether you are consciously aware of it or not. You're creating a legacy for your children and your children's children. And even if you don't have physical children, you're leaving something on this earth. The question is, what are you leaving? If you're not intentional, you're going to leave everything that the enemy wants you to leave. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to ever bang against the system. And again, thank God we don't have to do the hard work of banging against the system that our ancestors did and our elders did, but we have a part to play.
Right.
And I suggest people do their research first and foremost to find out what's going on about Brother Jamil. Find out about his case. How come we don't have any lawyers? How come we don't have any political officials that are repping his case? At the very least, let's get this brother a fair trial. He's 81 years old, y'all. We got to stop bullshit. Our ancestor Frederick Douglass said, power concedes nothing without demand. Demand. Maybe they'll get around to it. Joe Biden, over 85% of black folks voted for the Democrats. Shouldn't we demand that Joe Biden deals with our political prisoners? You letting out people all around the world free. When are we going to make those kind of demands for our political prisoners?
Right, exactly. When you talk about the age 40 and we should kind of put away childish things, didn't Jay-Z say that 20 is the new 40 or 40 is the new 20?
Man, Jay-Z is an agent, and we know that. That's a whole other conversation. Jay-Z was put there as a straight distraction. He's the one that ushered in the whole dumbing down of the mindset. He said out of his own mouth, you know what I'm saying? Lyrically, I will be a Talib Kweli. I wish I could rhyme like common sense. But I sold 5 million, and I ain't been rhyming since common sense, meaning that he chose at that point, he chose the corporation over the culture. And Jay-Z's supposed to have knowledge of self, right? So again, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So knowing and understanding
those entertainers that have shown, Dr. Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
The first time.
The first time, exactly.
Yes, indeed. So a lot of these individuals that we would look to, again, for the information, should we continue to kind of look for them or just praise them as celebrities and heroes of being good business people? Because I'm curious, because let me qualify that. The idea of someone like, and I'm pulling this, I just want the people to know, I'm pulling this from the conversation that the feds recorded in prison, in jail, Puffy's conversation. They, and I'm just saying this outright. I'm not sure how Kalanji's channel going to hold this up, but they put the cell phone in the jail for the cell phone to circulate. And once they kind of get all that information from all the people that's using that cell phone, it's a database that the officials have at the prison on everybody that's using them cell phones. You're not going to use a cell phone in jail and think it's not recorded. The system, put the cell phone in the system because it's a system. So when Puppy is on the line, spilling all the beans, trying to talk in code, they're paying off some of the inmates to come in and decode what he's saying. So when he start using code words like 44, which we already know is Barack Obama, when he start using code words like Kit Kat, we know that's Kim Kardashian. So when you start talking about prison reform and this kind of thing, they put this woman and gave her money to run on that particular platform. Jay-Z was involved. I'm not sure the involvement of Kanye West or anyone else, but you remember she was doing this prison reform thing? And now Puppy's calling on her and Barack Obama to help get him out. Wait a minute. Why can't we take that same energy towards someone that's unjustly accused of a crime like H. Rap Brown or Jamil Al-Amin?
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So we got to understand the system is only going to work for the people that's part of the system. Jamil Al-Amin is not part of the system.
Never been.
You understand what I'm saying? So they're not sneaking a damn cell phone into him.
No.
For him to give us instructions on what to do. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a real dynamic in what we're dealing with. No one understands people. In order for Puppy to get a cell phone in his hand to send a coded message out to his people, you know that's being recorded. Period. So where are the Kim Kardashians that had this prison reform thing happening? Where's the Kanye West, the Meek Mills, and the rest of these people? So we got to understand this particular dynamic on how it works. So when you start talking about putting away childish things that we used to do in our 20s and now that we're in our 40s, why are we still praising celebrities when they could galvanize the energy to put the energy behind Jamil Al-Amin to at least get the man some help as far as moving him from the prison to the hospital?
Exactly.
Can you speak to that?
Well, you know, it's obvious that when you decide to work with the corporation, there's certain things you can say, certain things you cannot say, plain and simple. So if you want to play on that side, and again, you know, each person makes a choice every day. That's the blessing that the Most High God gives all of us as human form. You know what I'm saying? We have conscious choices that we make. We're the only life form that is consciously aware of the choices that we make and able to manipulate our own lives based on those choices. Right. So again, all the people that I talk about, and if you know that anybody that's heard me speak for the last couple of years, I've been directly speaking to my peer group, that 1960 to 1980, generally speaking, because a lot of my work is done with young people, and they ready, they get it. They way more down with hip hop culture than they are with mainstream rap music. Now you wouldn't believe that if you listen to the media, but our young people are ready. They are ready. They're waiting for us to get our shit together and reclaim the culture. But the problem is, a lot of people in 1960, 1980, they no longer have knowledge of self. They bought into the concept that if they can get a black face in a high place, that somehow things will be okay. Now, if we thought that was the case, we should have been all those false claims or thoughts we ever had after Barack and Michelle Obama were in the White House for 8 years and were disrespected on just race. They were squeaky clean. Right. But still was disrespected. Did more dirt for the empire than any president before. Wow. Did more dirt in the name of the empire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Put an extra $1 million on Mama Saleh's head. No other white president did that. That was Barack that did that. So they did everything that the empire told them to do and still got disrespected for why? Because they were black. Right. You don't like to say that when people talk about us pulling a race card. Well, you don't have to pull a race card. You're in America. You live in the race card. Thank you. You part of the goddamn deck. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pull a race card. You know what I'm saying? The issue is race. There was a documentary that came out on ABC with Phil Donahue in 1992. Big up to Baba Daruba Ben Wahad. That's when I first saw him in 1992 with the Sister Soldier thing. Griff, you remember that whole situation? Yeah, I remember. Yes. When Bill Clinton tried to use her as a scapegoat, and Jesse Jackson and all them other Negroes they didn't stand there to protect her. But there was a documentary, a presentation called "The Issue Is Race," and they went in every segment, just like Millie Fuller Jr. talks about. If you look at the 10 areas of life, the issue is race. And if we, as the ones that benefited first and foremost, which is that 1960 to 1980, we were the first ones that were the benefactors of all of the struggles of our ancestors preceding us. Right. If we're not standing in that gap and not only adding on to the works, but making sure the ones behind us are aware of what's going on, then we see the results of what's happening because of that.
Right.
Now, the same thing, because Allah is so beneficent and merciful, God is whole all the time and always giving us opportunities to recorrect ourselves, to renew ourselves, and say, do not be transformed by, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by renewing your mind. So we can change our minds the way we look at this, which is why I always have hip-hop declaration. We have to return to principles over these personalities, like the ones you talked about. Even some of the leaders that were leaders back in the 80s and 90s and 2000s, if they're not leaders now, we appreciate the work that they did, but move to the side and let the new young leaders, and I don't mean young in age, I mean young in consciousness, young in ideas, young in that renewal energy. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to move this thing forward, and hip hop is the perfect vehicle for us to move not only Black people but humanity. And yet, if we, the ones that were given the culture, if we don't decode the culture, big up to Black Dot, you know what I'm saying? If we don't decode the culture, you know what I'm saying, then who's going to do that? Our enemy, the corporations, Lucian Gray, who the fuck going to do that? It's us. And for those that have ears, let them hear. It's not for everyone. It's like every other culture. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you just like rap music or, B-Born or one of the elements. But for those of us that understand that rap is just something we do, hip-hop is something we live. For me and mine, and the way I've been building for the last 30 plus years, is spiritual first. Our ancestors, our creator, what I'm saying, that there was a song on the Public Enemy album, the same God, you know what I'm saying, that, what I'm saying,
Ava Muhammad.
Muhammad, right? Rise in power, Sister Ava. You know what I'm saying? It's the same God. It's the same blood. We've somehow lost our connection to who we are, Griff. I mean, we out here looking like we are winning, but we are losing more than ever. If you look at the stats, some of us are doing okay, but if you look at collectively, and you look at communities by the education level, you know what I'm saying? So if you look at young Black students, if you look at Black college students, you know what I'm saying? The information that they are not learning, I say this all the time. Why is it that you can graduate from an HBCU anywhere in the country and never have to take any class dealing with Black people or Africans? And yet those same HBCUs, you cannot graduate unless you take a class on Western civilization.
Not the destruction of Black civilization.
No, right. They want to make sure that you learn their history. Why is that? Is that an accident, as my brother Chris asked a while ago? Why is that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know exactly what they're doing. They rely on us either, getting a few Black faces in high places and dumbing it down. So we don't talk about H-Rap Brown. We don't talk about, like, even in a city like Atlanta, that fashion itself as, some, Mecca, this, that, and the other. I love Atlanta, but that's not front. We've had 50 years of leadership here, and we're still number one in income inequality. It was in Atlanta where Imam Jamil Al-Amin got railroaded and sent to prison. Yet I don't hear any of the officials. I don't hear any, again, big up to Killer Mike, because Killer Mike spoke about political prisoners on Cam Newton's show. And I was like, whoa, big up to that. Now, we need to do it consistently, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then it's cool, but we know repetition is the mother of learning. That's why I tell people, I'm not saying anything new. Anybody that's heard me speak, I've said the same thing, for the past 20 years. It's the same truth. Now, the difference is now that I've helped to raise 3 daughters and 3 sons with these principles, with my spiritual liberty. And all 6 of my children are good young people, positive, productive, progressive. And that's what we want from our young people. That's what we set them up for the next level of leadership. At some point, I'm going to make my transition from here. But the blessing is I do have 3 daughters, 3 sons, 7 grandchildren. And they're going to do it their way. So we have to make sure that we are aware. And it's shameful how we're not standing up for our elders that are in prison right now. Again, big up to Black Power Media for all the work that they've done. Big up to Kalanji specifically, who's done just yeoman's work on bringing the awareness of what's going on with our political prison. In fact, I don't know anyone that's done more work in the media space than Ryan Started TV. Big up to Kalanji Jama Changa.
Right. So I could say Davey D on the West Coast.
Yeah, big up Davey D. Hard knock radio. Yeah. Big up
top
Davey
notch,
D. No doubt.
top-notch journalists. You
No
understand
doubt.
what I'm saying? There's a few
For
other people I
decades.
can mention. Right.
For decades, Davey D.
Exactly. There's a few other people I could mention that's doing the damn thing, but a lot of times, in order for us to get a little bit of chump change in our pocket for some groceries, we tend to want to lean towards the gossipy side of things as opposed to having a show like this that where we are calling people to take action on some things.
Yeah.
After this broadcast, you know, we have to move. We have to move some minds on the broadcast, but move some bodies when we get off the broadcast. We got to move some fingertips to hit them keyboards on their computers to move some things. A few dollars, a lot of information to galvanize our people to put pressure on the other people, at least to get and have our people make the damn phone call. Press 1 for the damn operators, so we can at least move the man from prison to a hospital.
Brother, man, listen, it's just shameful, brother. It's just shameful. I mean, truly, and what I'm hoping, again, because you are Professor Griff, and people understand the reach that you have, you know, we have to be the ones that have to continue to push our peers. And some are going to do it, some are going to not. You know, said I sent out a text to a couple of folks, you know, saying that, you know, any word that they give on this will be helpful because they're celebrities and people follow celebrity. So if you know, so when we get somebody other than Yasin Bey and Killer Mike, just like Yasin Bey and Killer Mike brought a certain awareness to it, so with some of the other people, you know, from you know the KRS-One and Brother J, you know, specifically Chuck D, you know what I'm saying? Those ones that it's not unreasonable, Dead Prez, Talib Kweli, Common, you go down the line, it's not unreasonable that we're asking our brothers and our sisters to step up for our elders. You're not asking anything for Griff. Server's not anything for Server. My name is Server for a reason. I'm here to be of service. I don't need anything from any of y'all. I'm not coming asking anything for me, but I am saying that these are our elders that have made sacrifices that if you did the knowledge, you would understand the sacrifices that H. Rap Brown has made. If you live in Atlanta, you already know the way the West End looked, you know, back in the late 80s before Imam and the other Muslim brothers and sisters got in there and cleaned that area up so much now that for the last 30 some odd years, we've been able to have the Malcolm X Festival right there in Western Park, right across the street from the Masjid that was run by Imam Jamil Al-Amin. So again, you know, everybody has a part to do. I'm not here to tell people what to do, but I have a suggestion that you find out what it is, that you go to the God of your understanding, that you talk to your ancestors, and you get an update on your assignment. This is not play time. These next 4 years, as you can see, you know, the idiot that's going to take the White House is already acting a fool, and he hasn't been inaugurated yet. So these next 4 years, if you're not connected to the God of your understanding, if you don't know your ancestors, if you have not yet updated your divine assignment, I would suggest that's the first thing you should do, because you know God is God is omniscience. There's no knowledge outside of God. So whatever name you want to call him or it, none of my business. I know there's one power, one presence. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, now is the time to get real with that. And it starts with something simple again. But for us to even have to come on here and tell people, post the clip. You can go to my Instagram page, go to my Facebook page, go to TikTok, Griff as well. Post the pic, man. Go in and get the information, share it with your folks. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're into the gossipy stuff, more than one thing can be done at the same time. We have to, you know, because again, as you said, when our ancestors when our elders make their transition, become ancestors, then we come out and we have these great tributes, you know, and they're worthy of it, but they're worthy while they're still here. God still has something for Imam to do. That's why he's still here. And if you heard him on the phone, he's asking, what do we need from him? That's the same way Dr. Matula was. He's, you know, behind the wall. He asking, how can he help us? We got to get better. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know, we should hold each other accountable. My name is Server. I want to be held accountable. That's why my name is Server. I'm not perfect, but I'm a principled man. And if we get with principles, past personalities, if we look at culture more than we look at corporation, and if we look at people more than we look at the profits, then we will win. As my brother Clyde says, in spite of ourselves, we're going to win. So,
right.
you know,
So let me,
have me on here, again, and looking forward to the work that we, continue to do, bro.
right. You said something, and that kind of moved me in a certain kind of way. Let me say it like this. You said you don't need anything from the people. Well, I'm going to say we do.
Well, yeah.
We do. We need their attention. I know a lot of times.
Let me rewind on that. I need mad shit from the people. Let me run down the list of shit I need from the people. Word up.
We need their attention right now. And right now, when I put this up on the screen like this, we need for them to at least know and understand that this is urgent for Imam Jamil Al-Amin. The recent growth on his face is life-threatening.
Look at the growth, man. I mean, how can they be so inhumane, man? How do we fucking allow them to be so inhumane to our elders, man? We are such cowards, man. I mean, that's fuck, man. Look at the side of this man's face, bro.
Right. So all we're asking basically is you call the number, provide the name and the inmate's number. Do you understand what I'm saying? Press 1 for the operator, and then hold on. Let me stop that banner from moving. Hold on. Oh.
And also there's an email, because as I said, I called a few times yesterday, and sometimes it will hang up, sometimes it try to misdirect you. Again, the enemy's not going to make anything easy for you.
Right.
Don't think it's going to be just call. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call and I'm gonna put my thing in. That's it. No, you have to do it as much as possible. Share with as many people as possible, and find out the different ways.
Because trust me, if we was trying to get at that Instagram model, we would keep calling. If we was trying to get at somebody, you understand what I'm saying?
Come on,
so it's like, no. Here's the number. Provide the name and an inmate's number. Jamil Al-Amin. There's the number. Number 99974-555. All right, that's the inmate's number. You got his name. Press 1 for the operator. Get through and make sure you just do your part. That's only thing we're saying. Do your part. This is our part. This is our part, so just do your part. It's all we're asking. You understand what I'm saying? Because when the collection plate come around this Sunday in church, don't all of a sudden act like you got to use the goddamn bathroom. You understand what I'm saying? We're just asking you for your energy, your common sense. Do for this man what you would want someone to do for you in a moment of crisis. That's all we asking.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So as servant, you said he got mad shit that he need from the people. And this is one of them.
That's one of the things. That's one. For real. Don't get me started. I feel a sermon coming on, Griff. I mean, for real. I mean, we in serious times, bro. As I said, I'm like John the Baptist, that voice out in the wilderness that's warning us. We're for interesting times, and we're not waiting for one person to come back. The whole consciousness of the Christ consciousness that's within us. That's not one person that we're looking. Sometimes we have to, be able to break down the ancient wisdom and make it. Something where people can understand how to activate it right now. And that's what we do through hip-hop ministries and our bridge builders, you know what I'm saying? To make things, so you can activate it in your own life, so you can understand that the God force that's in you, the higher power, whatever name you want to call it, it's not accidental. You could have easily been a tree, a giraffe, or something else, but your creator created you in his image and likeness. You have a divine assignment that is within you. And every day you're going to be uncovering that assignment until you fulfill that assignment. Then you make your transition to the next mission.
Right. I was studying for my talk. Just coming up this Sunday. Dealing with the algorithmic mind fuck and how we got to undo some things.
There's so much.
If we undo that concept that you just gave us, if we say that the idea and the concept of Jesus is a consciousness.
Yeah,
you're waiting for him or her to come back, him in the mindset of Christians, and if that's a consciousness, you waiting to come back to yourself.
That's right.
So here you are You got to know and understand you are the divine being divine.
True indeed.
Divine being divine.
Big up to Dr. Rocco Errico. For those that may not know, you can Google him as well, Dr. Rocco Errico. He's one of the foremost divinity authorities in the ancient Aramaic, Hebrew, and Aramaic culture in which Jesus said to them, walk the earth. But he talks about, people talk about the resurrection of Jesus, but we're not looking for the resurrection of Jesus. We're looking for the resurrection of the Christ within us. That's what Jesus came to teach. So he said, he had a quote that I'll never forget. He said, people are looking for a resuscitated Jesus as opposed to the resurrected Christ. That's why they keep missing. Jesus wasn't the first nor the last Christ. But if you don't understand what that word Christ means, then that sounds almost blasphemous to say something like that. But that's why, again, I tell people, Allah has jokes. That's why he allowed David Tavares to go to ministry school and become minister server. You know what I'm saying? So I can, break it down in a different way. And we, from even from the New Thought philosophy, you know what I'm saying? We are the new thought. Hip hop is the newest culture in the world. We're only, according to us, we're only 51 years old. You and I are already older than that chronologically on Earth, Griff. So we birthed the culture, and now we have to figure out what it means. And for me, and I've been blatant, clear, it's very personal. In my own mind, I'm creating a way that my children and my children's children will have a foundation of health, love, awareness, wealth, peace, and prosperity for ourselves and for our children's children forever. In my heart and in my mind, that's what I believe I'm creating. That's my purpose. That's a part of my assignment. And everybody has an assignment. Find out what yours is and rock your spot like I rock mine.
Right. Check this out. I'm not asking. Let me just make the statement. I gave 2 free firearms classes. I had no more than 10 people. Free. Free. I'm gonna say free one more time with a scratch behind it. Free. Right, yeah. Exactly. So it's like what else can we do? If we call the people, but the people don't come for their own good, what else can we possibly do?
We do, Griff. You know what? We persevere. We keep doing the same thing. We keep doing the same thing our ancestors did, the same thing our elders did. You know what I'm saying? This is a protracted struggle. And, big up to G. Simone, KRS's wife. She used the acronym for struggle, situations that remind us God's grace lasts eternally. So we're just playing our part. As I said, we're not doing the hard part. The hard part came during our lifetime. You and I were alive on the planet Earth when Brother Martin got killed, when Brother Malcolm got killed, when Edgar Megan got killed. We were alive. Right. So when I talk about ancient history, we're talking about doing our part and adding on. Right. Each generation says, they say each generation either honors their ancestors or they betray them. Right now, and I'm gonna leave that right there.
Right. So do they think because they voted for Trump is going to adhere to the hopes, wishes, dreams, and aspirations of the black people that voted for him? Even if we wanted to galvanize all of the black male Trump voters and females that got together and voted for him, can we take those segment of people and say to Trump, write a letter, do whatever, and say, listen, since you and Biden are in the mood of pardoning people, drug heads and crackheads and all the other stuff, let's pardon this man.
Sure. You know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm going to send that directly to Shelley Winter and ask him directly that question.
Well, we can call the roll on all the Negroes that voted for Trump, and we can ask them directly. Because I have a list of them.
But see, I said Shelley Winter because he has a radio program. You know what I'm saying? And I know Shelley Winter loves black people.
That used to be on the radio here?
Right. He's still on the radio down here on WSB. And again, Shelley's been a black conservative, and yet I know Shelley loves black people. So if you really love black people, this is the time for you to show your black conservative audience that you can be a pro-black conservative and still be on that other side. I'm glad you said that, Griff. Big up to that, because when I get off this, I'll be sending this to Shelley directly and at least ask her. Because again, all we can do is make the ask. We can't, the ancient wisdom said you don't have because you don't ask. When it comes to doing things that the Most High needs, I don't have a problem asking. I don't have a problem asking. If you say no, you say no. But I'm not going to say, oh, he's not going to do anything because he's on that MAGA side. He may not, but if I don't ask it, I will never know. So, yeah, we should be pressuring every human being, but every black person particularly. I don't care what side of the political spectrum that you're on. I don't care what side of the religious or spiritual side you're on, the education. It doesn't matter. We're talking about a man who he didn't care about any of those things when he was making sacrifice for us, when he was leading the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee after John Lewis. I mean, after Stokely Carmichael. He didn't think about the individual. He was cleaning up the West End. He was thinking about the collective. He was thinking about his people. So again, if we are who we say we are, then we should do what we say we're supposed to be doing, which is making sure that we, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Right.
Well, this is mad unjust in so many different ways, and we have an opportunity to do something. And again, I'm not trying to tell you exactly what to do. The one suggestion that I have is find out what's going on. But there's a bunch of things you can do when you talk to the God of your understanding. Lord Jamar, yes, Lord Jamar, definitely. You want to, yeah. And Griff, mind you, Griff, this is where, and I tell you, you be being modest. You are fucking Professor Griff. You need to be calling them specifically and be like, yo, even if you don't want to talk about it, they need to bring you on the show and let you talk about it. But
now ain't nobody bringing me on their show. Ain't nobody bringing me on their show.
If you can't, again, if you can't have your people on speaking truth, then who's controlling your lie?
Woo!
Let me say that again. If you can't go on and speak your truth, if you can't go on and speak your truth, who is the people or persons or group that's controlling your lie? Because if you're not speaking truth, you're speaking a lie. And my thing to people all the time, I know that, again, there are people that respect me, but they don't really fuck with me because I stand on truth. I'm not perfect, but I stand on principles. If you catch me slipping, I want you to let me know. I have children and grandchildren. I want to get it right. I'm not out here trying to be anything but my best self for my creator, my ancestor, fulfill my divine assignment. And I don't think it's any deeper than that. I really don't. Now, because I got thrust into it later on, I was already a grown man when God, according to KRS-One, when God whispered into his ear and told him that I was the international minister. I had nothing to do with that. That was between Allah and KRS-One. But when it came, I stepped up and did what I've done and still doing what I do. And I don't need anybody standing next to me to do that. This is real work. It's not play time.
Press number 1 for the operator, right? We got some people that's actively following us right now to actually trying to call and make this happen right now. Really
go solid, right? Exactly. And there's an email. Hold on, let me tell you the email, right? Because again, people, let me say this again: the devil is always the devil. Right. The devil is always the devil. Let me say it one more time: the devil is always the devil. But guess what? We are always the gods, the sons and daughters of the Most High God. Now, if you don't believe that, that's where you have to start. And God is always stronger than the devil. So if we're sitting back being afraid, then as ancient wisdom said, you weren't born with a spirit of fear, but with love and sound mind. We have to get back to the ancient wisdom and remix it for now. That's why we do urban inspirational metaphysics. Urban inspiration. How do I inspire you to use what you need now? I don't care about your religion. That's none of my business. I know that there's one power, one president, one intelligence that governs the entire omniverse. You call him, her, whatever name you want. Can we help to create a world where our children and our children's children can get past some of the things that we're still dealing with? Right. That's what I'm into it for. So there's an email. Let me give you this email that if you have any trouble on there, you can email them directly, and I would say email them directly anyway, even if you get through, because then you have a written, actual record of you actually, calling into them. 1 second, I'm trying to find this email. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Damn, where is it? Okay, the email is capital T as in Tom, C as in cat, X as in xylophone, dash, EXE So it's TC-exec assistant. I'm gonna put it in the chat, Griff.
Yeah, that'll be better because your hip hop voice, your granddad hip hop voice is coming through, and yeah, you muffling some of them goddamn syllables.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at this, trying to read this and get same time. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the chat. But it's the email that you can email to them directly to the Bureau of Prisons.gov and let them know, man. And again, it takes a few minutes to do that, but it goes a long way. So I'll put that in the chat, Griff, so you can go ahead and chop it up with the folks.
All right, cool. So as we bring this to a close, we want people to know and understand. Only thing we're asking you to do is just meet us halfway in doing whatever it is that you can do. Just do your part. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, if this is the intellectual accountability plate that's being passed around on Sunday, all right, we're not asking you for your money. We're asking you for your resources, some of your time, for you to make the phone call, for you to make a few phone calls, all right, and get people to understand. Take this. Somebody took my whole broadcast last week and posted it up on their platform, which I have to address. But hell, if you're gonna take a damn conversation, take this one. Shit, post it up on your platform.
Word.
You understand what I'm saying? If you're gonna take one, take this one. But we're calling you to a call of action. This is a call of action. You understand what I'm saying? You're right. FBA, B1, duty. Yeah, we all have a part to play. And if we're going to play it, it's the best way to play it. So give thanks to you, good bro. We miss Paradise Gray. We'll have to come back on and have him on. But we'll give thanks to Minister Server. Really appreciate that. Shout out to Black Power Media Reloaded for providing the platform. And, of course, everyone on Serious Minds, YouTube, Facebook, and everyone right here on IG. Thank you all very much. Love you all to life. This is Professor Griff. We got any last words, Minister Server?
Yeah, I just put in the chat. The email is in the chat. And again, Griff, man, I tell you all the time, bro, big up to you, for the work that you and Soleil are doing on so many different layers. I love what you're doing, with the band and all the different ways that you're connecting spirit and mind and culture to move us forward, because that's what we are. We have to, again, one of my favorite scriptures is Romans 12, which says, "Do not conform to this world,
right?
But be transformed by renewing your mind." And serious minds. That's not accidental. Serious minds. You know what I'm saying? So big up to the work. For those that are looking to contact me, definitely hit me up on Instagram, Minister Server, MINISTERSERVER, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Minister Server. Yes, sir.
They're saying they don't see the email in the chat, man. They don't.
I'll put it. Oh, you know what? I'll put it in
goddamn Stevie Wonder ass, Ray Charles ass.
No, you know what, Jeff? I just realized that you had to set up. I put it in a private chat, so I don't move it from the private chat.
Hold on. Nope, it says all. It's on your end. Because mine says all designations. Hold on. Yep. Mine's going to all designations.
Okay, hold on now. Okay. I'm gonna transfer it now. I was in a private chat. My bad, good people.
I play Stevie Wonder over there, man. Like,
all right, cool. I'll put it in the regular chat.
Put it in the regular chat so everyone can get it, so we can be about the business and take and do our due diligence and take the weight on our shoulders to do some of the heavy lifting. You understand what I'm saying? Man. With this call of action. It's call to action.
And for the people out there, make it a part of your regular conversations about what's going on with our people. We often, this is the last thing I'm going to say, we often hear people talk about reparations. And part of reparations is to repair us. Before we talk about any checks and things like that, we got to bring home our political prisoners. We still got political prisoners behind the wall. How are we talking about cash and checks, and we still got political prisoners? That's a whole nother show. So, yeah.
Right. They still don't see it, man. I don't know if I'm not seeing it or...
No. I didn't put it in yet, Griff.
Yeah, we about to sign out because Kalanji only giving me an hour.
Okay, all right, cool. You know what? Go to the comments on Serious Mind on YouTube. I'll put it in there. So go ahead, log out. We're 105.
Okay, cool. All right, family. We love you all life. Salute, good bro. I really appreciate you as always. And remember, me, you, and Paradise is coming back around with the keepers of the culture. So we want people to stay in tune with that. All right.
No doubt.
Remember this Sunday. My class is this Sunday, December 22nd, 7 o'clock. In dealing with the algorithmic mind fuck. Make sure y'all get in the class. And then, of course, January 5th is the preparedness class. We need y'all to jump on that also. This is Professor Griff. I love y'all to life, fam. All right? Love y'all to life. Do your part. So all we're asking y'all to do is just kind of do your part. All right? All right, peace. It's Professor Griff. I am outie 5Gs, as we used to say. All right? Still waiting to get my 5Gs. But anyway, peace.
Peace, fam. This is Professor Griff, Public Enemy. Of course, you know, the Minister of Information. Right now, my entire sound library on CD-ROM are available to you in an auction. Right now, you will get the Public Enemy sounds that made some of them songs that you love, the hard-hitting beats. We got kicks, we got snares, we got hi-hats, we got beats, we got loops, we got breaks, we got keyboard sounds, guitar sounds, bass sounds. We got scratching, we got sound effects, we got nature sounds, environmental sounds. We got all kind of sounds from different genres, from jazz to neo-soul to R&B, classic, smooth. These are the beats, breaks, and the sounds that made some of them Public Enemy songs. Get it now. Check this out. Don't make beats, make history. Peace. It's Professor Griff. Hit me up, 678-557-2919. Peace.